Hello, my friends. Here is the newest dot-to-dot picture. Anybody have any idea what it is? If you can guess now, that's amazing. Well, I'm going to start. There's a big mess going up here, and I'll start up there. We'll see how it looks. See how it goes. So, I'm going to start here. We find number one. Then we got number one right there. 2, 3. So how is everybody today? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing all right. Summer holidays are coming soon. That'll be great. Have a little bit of time off. But we'll go back to what I was talking about before. I've been talking to you about my time in Australia, and it was just fabulous. I talked about a few days, things we used to do. We had to, before we graduated from Teachers College in Australia, you have to do a coaching certificate. So I did basketball, and I did rugby. And the rugby was done. I made a mistake there. The rugby was done by Greg Brentno, and he was a captain, I think, of the Australian national rugby team. And he broke us into pairs, and we had to practice tackling drills. And I was paired with a girl, and we were talking, and she was really cool. And we got to the point where we had to practice tackling, and she said, "Don't take it easy on me, just do it." So I tackled her, and she tackled me. Wow, it was just fantastic. But Greg wanted a volunteer to demonstrate how to tackle, so he picked me, and I was tackled by Greg Brentno, full force rugby. Really awesome. Something I'll never forget. But doing the coaching certificates was a great idea. It gets you involved, because as teachers, you want to do more than just teach. You want to make a difference in the students' lives in a different way. They want to see you differently, see you as the coach. So I thought that was fantastic that we got to do the coaching. I think everybody needs to do that if you're a teacher. Get out there and coach. Show the kids that you're more than just the teacher in the classroom. So far, that's what we have. It's hard to tell. It looks like from Predator. So the coaching was a great thing. And then Teachers College, I got put into my first job teaching was an all-girls Catholic high school, and it was interesting. The behavior of the students was quite good, so I could work on my lesson planning, and it was going really well. It was some really good kids in that school, and I had a great teacher. Marianne was my supervising teacher, and she was so helpful, just wonderful. And one day, as it happens in Teachers College, you get observed, and I had the teacher, I believe it was Marianne, was in the class, and then I had the teaching supervisor from the university that did our actual prac teaching course, and I had the dean. I had a full house. I was nervous, as you can imagine. So I was prepared. I'm always prepared. You gotta be prepared. So I'm prepared, and the lesson's going really well. And I made a little mistake. I was writing on the board, and I think I made a mistake, and I said, "Oh, I screwed up." And everybody giggled, and I thought, okay, they're giggling at me because teacher made a mistake, because they love when teachers make mistakes, which I'm maybe making here. I still don't know what's going on. Oh, I'm starting to, no, I have no idea. I'm still, it looks like Predator. So I made a mistake. Everybody laughed, and then the class was over. And immediately after everybody left, you have to have a talk with your teachers, see how you did. And the first thing they did is they sat me down and said, "I know you're Canadian, and you don't know this, but don't ever say screwed up in front of a class again. I guess screwed up in Australia has a much different meaning than screwed up meaning I made a mistake in Canada." So I said, okay, won't happen again. Yeah, it was very rude. Screwed up in Australia was a very rude term, and it was a Catholic high school, so it didn't go over very well. No, I wasn't in trouble. They understood that I was Canadian and that I didn't know, but I was a little embarrassed at the moment, and I really didn't know. I was just shocked. So I said, never again. So I make a mistake. Next time I make a mistake, I'll just not say anything. So that's how that went. But other than that, the practicum went really well. I learned totally that I wanted to be a teacher. And that's the joy of teachers' colleges. That's what you want to do. You want to find out, do you want to be a teacher? And I did, and I love it. I've been teaching for about 20 years now. So far, my lines are not so straight here. I've got an idea what's happening, maybe. I need to just, if these were just more like this, I think. But it looks kind of cool. So yeah, I ended up there. What did I do? 117. So I need to find 118. Can anybody see 118? Nice. I planned ahead before I did the video, but I didn't plan this far ahead. It's got to be here. Here it is. I found it over here. So we start 118, 119, 120, and then it jumps 21, and then you go back down 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127. 128, 129, 130, 131. So starting tomorrow on my channel, as you noticed, the last 2 weeks I've been doing knock-knock jokes. And tomorrow's something a little different. I'm going to be doing jokes on my own. Christina's not helping me this week. But I am doing mini shout-outs to people who have been very helpful and supportive. I have a lot of really good friends. And I'm going to do little mini shout-outs. I've incorporated people into the jokes. So I have picked 5. Just 5 to start. And then I'll do more the next time. So starting tomorrow, watch the joke, see if you've made the list of, the shout outs this week, and there'll be more and more. I've got some really, really great supporters out there. I just appreciate everything. You guys are helping me out, and I help you out. So my jokes are there. It's just done a little differently, with a little shout out incorporated into the joke, and you'll see how that goes. So how's this picture going? It's interesting. Can anybody guess now? Yell it out now. What is that? It's pretty cool. I think I can see it. I think I can. What? No. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like this one. I didn't coach this though. And this was up here. 70. This is an interesting one. I'm going to whisper again. I talk too loud sometimes. Oh my gosh. So I got to go all the way up. 71. 72. 73. 74. Shouldn't have been like that. That's my fault. That's not a good pencil. Not a good eraser. 74. You guys forgive me? 76. 77. 78. 79. Then 80's over here. 81. 82. 83. 85. 86. Whoa. Lost my finger there. My finger. Oh, there it is. I was sort of going in the right spot. 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 98, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 200. 200 already. What do you guys think it is? I think you can figure it out by now. I kind of messed up a little bit down here. I think it should be a little wider there and a little wider there, just to make it look better. That's alright. Okay, so yeah, Australia went well. I ended up graduating, of course, and I came back to Canada and struggled finding a job, because when I came back, that was the time of the government was making cutbacks, and it wasn't pleasant. So this is where I ended up choosing, after a while, to go teach English as a second language, because at one point my mom was reading the newspaper. I was at home. They were great. My parents supported me, and they weren't going to kick me out. So they supported me, and then my mom saw an advertisement in the paper that said, "Learn to teach English as a second language. Well, if you don't find a job, if you don't have a job offer in 6 months, we'll refund your money." And I thought, wow, that's a great idea. How can you lose? So I went and I did this quickie course, and you get your certificate that you can teach overseas. And I went through some interviews. The guy running the program knew people, and I went and I looked at some of these advertisements for the jobs, and I found a few. There was Mexico City, and there was Hungary. Mexico City was an international high school. Hungary was an international high school. And then Poland came up, which was an American school. And I thought that would be a safe one. I applied to all of them. And I was shortlisted for 2 of them, and then Poland came up. And then I chose to go to Poland Whoops. Because, one, great adventure. I'm not Polish at all. But the contract was fully on the internet. You know, you saw exactly what you were getting into. And they were very helpful. And I chose to go to Poland, and that's what happened. And I was going to go for 1 year, and I stayed for 7 years in Poland. It was a great adventure, and I'll get into that more in my next picture. 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Can you see what it is? It is a baseball player. I believe it is. So we go here, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. There it is. Baseball. So that is a pretty cool picture. I like dot to dots. And the Australia story ends. And I'll pick up in Poland. I've got some really good stories from Poland. I hope you enjoyed these. I enjoy doing them. I think Christina wants to do one eventually. But enjoy this. Tell me some of your adventures. I've got some really good friends out there who've been around different parts of the world. So thank you so much for watching. And don't forget the jokes of the day this coming week are going to be special shout outs to some friends. So watch for your name. And keep watching and help me grow. And I'll help you guys grow. And have a great day, my friends. See you soon.